So I just want to document how far these waters have come up. These waters have even come up into this fence line right here on the base, right? I mean, like I said, there's a 20-foot embankment here, and it just looks crazy to me, because this fence is hard to cross because there's like a 3-foot embankment that goes down, so you'd have to climb up to it, and then it's got that mesh fence. So not only has the water completely engulfed the bank that's in front of it, but the water has come up to here by what, 4 feet or so, which would be good for these 2 trees here. You got these 2 trees here that are surrounded by that ivy. For some reason, people that lived here have let this ivy just grow up and all around this tree, and it's been choking and smothering this tree, and that's why there is this tree right here had fallen down right here. This tree had fallen down and had broken this fence right here. And so if you see all that refuse right there, the Dutch, they would keep on extending their land. So 4 days ago, I would say, I want to say 5 acres, but we'll just say 1 acre. There's probably like 1 acre worth of materials. And at the time I was thinking, oh, we need to pull it up. But if I would have just pulled it up to the embankment, it still would be underwater. And so, you know, who knows where all this refuse, all this, you know, woods, this wood stuff will go in the future. If it'll stay right there, if it'll come up onto the embankment, if it'll just float out there somewhere, who knows. But, so this ivy here is dying. There's some ivy still left on here. So it's kind of crazy, because even though I've cut it here, I know I'm mixing problems up, but this is something I've been looking at for a while. You could tell by the other side, this tree on the inside, tree's almost hollowed out. If you look on the inside, it almost looks like it's hollowed out. I don't know if you can tell. So hopefully that tree lives. So good for the tree of getting it some water, right? So that's nice. I like that. 2 generations of dogs there. A little Sassacus, huh? What do you think of all the floodwaters, Sassacus, huh? She's like, I'm cool with it. You know, I'm above ground. It's not affecting me. And then Akua and Sassacus are playing. So that's nice. So this is what, 5 feet? This water has come up. Let's walk a little bit up here. Ugh. Look at this. That's crazy. So, like I said, it's good that these houses are on a plateau. But when I hear about, you know, what people are going through, not just in Kentucky, but Tennessee, Arkansas, like I can understand. I can understand. These floodwaters are up at least 10 feet. And so there's 2 cities that were evacuated. Falmouth always gets hit. 2 cities were evacuated or put under a state of emergency. So I think the damage here is minimal. In the long run, it's not going to be good for the wood, for water to be soaking in the wood. And I'm glad that these things are tied down, but I do feel like I should tie them down more. And you can tell the plank, the walkway there, it's, you know, it's up in the air. So, yeah. I saw a video today of, this is different. I just saw the 15 paramedics, they go out for a call, and then they just get shot at. And the IDF said that they were being all sneaky, they didn't have their lights turned on, and then apparently, lo and behold, one of the paramedics had recorded his own death. And so we see that Israel is lying about the whole damn thing. Israel's lying about the whole damn thing. And then just 2 days later, There's firebombing on journalists, like, who are just in a hospital bed. I mean, this shit's sick. I mean, the whole world sees that the genocide is happening. And unfortunately, inside your own country, you don't want to hear about the atrocities that your side does. And a lot of times, you know, it doesn't even come to light. But that's it's kind of part of the problem, isn't it? So, you know, this, as much as I'm not religious, so when I say that this is God's judgment, when I think about the rational reason, well, when you have issues, when you have problems, when you need growth over and over again, and hell, with capitalism, war, death, destruction, don't you don't need people to rebuild. You'll need people to bury. You'll need people to create more things. So I once heard that war is actually good for the economy. In some respects, isn't that what pulled us out of the Great Depression was World War II? And so if war and death and destruction is good for the economy, well then heck, why do FEMA funds? Why cost the government some money? You know, this all is opportunity for the private market. But that's the thing, capitalism is just make, consume, make, consume, make, consume. You ever stop to smell the roses? We do need to work on meditation. We do need to just slow down and take a breath, take a pause, because our technology has surpassed our humanity. And so since we're participating in genocide, imagine if we stop genocides. Imagine if our policy was, if a genocide is happening, then we do everything we can to stop it. We use our technology to stop it. Wouldn't that be nice? So yeah, keep on polluting America. Keep driving your automobiles. Keep buying a brand new iPhone every damn year. Keep buying a brand new vehicle every damn year. Heck, with this kind of weather, you're going to end up buying a brand new house every year too. And maybe some people can afford it. That's another thing about class warfare. Is that the working poor, the working class are going to get hit the worst. And maybe the middle class might survive some of it. But we know the rich are going to survive it. I like to think so. I mean, the LA fires were out of control. You having fun, crazy dog? Ew. For some reason, dogs, they have really good smell and taste, and they like to chew on cow shit, eat cow shit. I thought you have good smell. I thought you could smell for miles. If you could smell for miles, they got really good hearing too, but bad eyesight. They got bad eyesight. So it's kind of crazy, isn't it? So I just want to document how far these floodwaters have come up. They've come up to the petunia tree, this tree right here, Malcolm tree. So the floodwaters have come up to the Malcolm tree, and they've come up to the petunia tree. And you can see how far those two trees right there, I mean, those two trees are behind the fence. And so the base of them are underwater, and then you don't even see the top of that fence over there in the corner. Just crazy, man.